5 months ago, I took a judo test that nearly broke me.
I'll be honest, everything hurt.
Yeah.
Hopefully the next one, my groin feels a little bit better. Because that one, I was like, oh. Both sides of my groin were on fire.
Actually, that's not true. It did.
Nice attack.
It's the hardest test I've ever taken in my entire life. That's not exaggeration either. I thought it was for an orange belt. It actually ended up being a green belt, so your boy's got some color around his waist now. Fantastic. Here's the problem. In this test, it included a written portion, a competition portion, and a demonstration portion. During the competition, I pulled my psoas, or strained it, whatever the word is. But then the rest of my judo test was a week and a half later. I thought to myself, well, I'm not just gonna stop. What am I gonna do, make it worse? Yeah, I did. Fast forward 5 months. Immense pain. During my recovery process, I actually got a text from my coach, Alex, who said, hey, how about another test? And I said, a what? And he said, yeah, a black belt test, a 3rd degree black belt test. I'm assuming this isn't a real one, where like I would get a black belt, that would be blasphemy? But then I realized I read it wrong. He's taking his 3rd degree black belt test. Thank goodness. And I looked through the curriculum. That boy's in for it. Future Seth here. Oh, I had no idea. It is only crazier than you can imagine. If I only get a one-time pass to call somebody tough for the rest of my life, Alex can have it. Holy shit. So in this video, I'm gonna document what that test looks like. I'm gonna try and help him out as much as I can. We're gonna learn some of the hidden techniques of judo. It's a fun time. I don't have to get beat up for this one. I don't have to. I probably will anyway. First off, how you feeling?
I feel good. I was nervous, and I'm still a little bit nervous, but I've run through the techniques a couple times now, and I feel pretty good about it. My list of ones that I'm unsure about has shrunk.
If you watched my last judo test video or are familiar with judo at all, you know about the gokyo, the 40 throwing techniques that are essential to judo. For my test, I did 24 of these plus the ground techniques. It ended up being like 15 newaza, 60 trivia questions, 24 throws or tachiwaza. 24 was difficult. Granted, I speed ran it and learned everything in a month, but for Alex, it's more.
Aaron, who I'm using as my uke, he's probably gonna get a little hurt because it's like 100 techniques, and I have to, you tested.
Yeah.
You have to ki and you have to kind of bury them with each one.
Sorry, that was he said 100? Because I came here today to just be his uke. He said 100?
Well, I'll get my wife to call out the names of the techniques.
Okay.
And then you can be my dummy and let me do them to you.
Oh.
Taitoshi is body drop. Ukigoshi. Kosotogari. Ukiwaza. All right. Shoulder throw.
So far, there's a good bit of these that I already recognize. I've done them before. What I didn't really take into consideration is I've never done them on somebody who outweighs me by 70 pounds. I'll jump.
Oh, thanks.
I just realized I've kind of put quite the task on you for having, like, I volunteered my services as an uke, but I'm also a 250-pound uke.
Nice.
Oh, God! Yeah, think about how light they're gonna feel on Monday.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that might be a tough one.
Yeah. Dakiyage. All right. Take you up. Oh, slam you. Yeah, that's as high as I can get you.
What's the training with the? It's Goku, isn't it? No, it's not Goku. Sorry.
Piccolo.
I'm butchering this. The green guy.
Piccolo. Yeah.
No. Different anime. Different fighting guy.
You're talking about Naruto, you're talking about Rock Lee?
Yes.
Yeah, with
that's
the
what
weights.
I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Where he's got all the weights. Yeah, I'm just your weights. So aside from the 40 techniques you would find on the Gokyo, there's also the Katamiwaza, which is the ground techniques. And then, in my opinion, the techniques that were added after competition became regular and the sport started to evolve.
All right, Shinmeisho no Waza.
This is the Shinmeisho no Waza.
A lot of them are not allowed.
Oh, great. Oh, sweet.
I mean, not you know, it's like
Wonderful,
Morotegari.
awesome.
Yeah.
Great, terrific.
In my opinion, there's a couple different subcategories within the newly accepted techniques. There's a couple techniques that are, I would assume from seeing other styles of competition and recognizing that that applies to this.
So two-handed reap. So here. Kuchikitaoshi. Yeah. So I'm just gonna come here and pick it up. Kibisugaishi.
There are counters which just evade and punish commonly thrown techniques.
Uchimata Sukashi. Okay, so this one, you come in for an Uchimata. I'm gonna get out the way and throw you with your own Uchimata. Tsubamigaishi. All right, so swallow counter. I love like, no, if you were to foot sweep me,
Yep.
and then I were to move my foot out of the way.
Oh,
and foot
okay.
sweep you.
Yeah. We would go on to let Alex throw me for an hour and a half. And if you want to see the uncut footage where we talk about the intricacies of each of these throws, consider becoming a channel member down below. It's $2.99 a month, and I always give you guys the uncut version of all these videos.
Osotogaishi. So, trick question. What's the counter to Osotogari? Osotogari back. Gotcha. Ochigaishi. And then I would end up doing this. Like,
I feel like I'm learning the forbidden secrets of
yeah, they're not on the
judo.
Gokyo, so they're not like gone over often.
Yeah.
There's also the makikomis, which means wraparound. It usually utilizes the over the back grip and then crushes down into the opponent.
So Soto Makikome, this is the one that probably people use the most.
Okay.
So it's like an Osotogari, and then we turn it into a Makikome.
Okay.
And then Uchi Makikome, I don't think I've ever done. You dip your head underneath while I'm trying to do Uchimata.
Oh, okay.
And then we end up going over like that.
That one somebody definitely found by accident.
Yeah, I'm sure like the guy ducked his head underneath and the other guy was like, we're still going over.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
But you know, they'll make sense like when you see them and you'll be like, oh wow, I didn't know that was a technique, you know.
There's also this one, which just punishes guard pulling, if you can pick them up at least. And the last one we're going to talk about is the Kani Basami, the worst enemy of anyone who has kneecaps. The Kani Basami yearly takes out more kneecaps than hippopotamuses and sharks take out people combined. I don't know if that math is true, but still.
It's a scissor throw.
Oh.
So let's get in front of the crash pad here. All right, so right here.
Nice.
Hey, don't do this, okay? You guys have to stop. If you can land this technique, then you could land 20 other techniques that work better and are safer. Just don't do this one. There's also the Atemiwaza in the judo curriculum technically, but like, who actually does it? This book is 200 pages and only 2 of them are for punches and kicks combined. This one's just a lewd graph.
Doesn't give very much.
Tells you where the wiener is. Just in case you were curious.
That's how much striking we do in judo is
Yeah.
2 pages.
Yeah, 2 pages.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah?
I'm glad my uke is smaller than you.
Yeah, fair.
So I did the randori part, but I doubt he's going to let me get by without doing more.
Doing more?
Because
Okay,
that's
cool.
just not his style.
Cool. Yeah.
I love it because he never cares, like, he doesn't care if you throw anybody.
Yeah.
You know, he only cares if you're getting tired enough to like wheeze and crawl off the mat. That's like all he cares about.
He just wants you to fight through
yeah. If you
pain
don't
and suffering.
yeah, if you don't get to that point, like you're not doing up to his standards, you know. Doesn't care if you throw anybody.
It's wild to me, the concept that my test felt so difficult, and you are doing a test where you do probably 4 times the amount of techniques.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's the kind of test I'm used to though with him.
Yeah, right. That's
I know
fair.
what to expect.
This
yeah.
isn't your first test.
Yeah.
It's really funny that the first time I put on my green belt after the test, it's just me getting thrown for hours. Oh, there is one other hidden secret to judo that most people don't realize, and that's being hydrated. With the sponsor of today's video, Element. Element is a sugar-free electrolyte drink mix. It tastes fantastic. It's got no artificial coloring. Look at that. Look at that. That's not a color. 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. This has everything you need to replenish your body after a big old sweat sesh. Anytime I'm competing in judo, practicing judo, this is a must for me. It keeps me from getting cramps, from headaches. It helps me perform better. I recommend this to everybody. Element for the last 2 years has gone hand in hand with my martial arts. And it's not even just for martial arts I use this for. A few months ago, my wife and I were in Hawaii. We were hiking in a volcano. It was sick, but you know I had to keep that thing on me. If you want to get a free sample pack with any order that you make today, go to drinklmnt.com/Sensei Seth. It's a risk-free 100% money-back guarantee. I don't think that you'll ask for your money back, to be honest. But again, that is drinklmnt.com/Sensei Seth. Get your free sample pack. Thank you guys for sponsoring the video. Do you guys remember how, for my test, there was a written portion where it was like 80 questions? Well, Alex sent me the one for his test. I don't want Alex to go through torture by himself for my video. That's not fair. Could be okay. No, that's not the point. Here's what we're gonna do. For every question that I miss on this quiz, I'll do a push-up. How many times do I have to scroll? 236 questions. So there's a chance I have to do 236 push-ups. There's no way that I miss that many though. It's just kind of, it's like impossible. Okay, 1 for 1. I don't have to do 236 at least. 1882. Dude, the beginning ones I remembered flying through. Sakuri, Kazushi, and Kaka. Did I get the order wrong? That's 1. Oh no, I'm in trouble. When it comes to modern martial arts, terminology is probably one of the last things people think about. But in a traditional martial art like this, it makes sense to know everything in order to receive the rank you're supposed to. I grew up taking an Americanized version of a traditional martial art like karate, so I didn't learn any of the Japanese terminology. It's not something we practiced or even thought about. But all things considered, after testing the first time, I feel like I retained a fair bit of this. Repetition attack practice without throwing. That's uchikomi, that's fit-ins. To start off, I was doing pretty good. So well, in fact, that the push-ups came infrequently enough, I decided to just batch them in groups of 10. Oops, I missed some. So every time I get 10 wrong, I do 10 push-ups. You get it.
Seven, you thought this was gonna be a problem for me? You thought I was gonna have a hard time, start sweating up a storm? You thought I would need some electrolytes maybe, some element? The sponsor.
5th class. Gokyu. Yeah. Formal 8 directions. Happo no Kozushi. Whoa, that was a guess. Literally just guessing. Warm-up exercise. Jumbi. You guys don't see me win very often, so this is unique to all of us. I think I might just hate push-ups so much that my inner self is becoming excellent. Exercise in general. Oh no. Oh, that would be really funny. Thanks to the American education system, I'm pretty good at educated guesses, so I'm hoping that works out for me and makes up for the fact that I don't know Japanese. Oh, I'm really falling apart here. That's 40. That's Satoshi, I know that. All right, so I finished strong. Let's calculate my score. I got a 79%. That's almost an 80. Rounded up, that's about an 80. I missed 49. There we go. Okay, hey, I just took the test.
Oh yeah?
What would you say a good percentage is for my first time taking the black belt test?
I think the first time I ever took it, I got maybe like an 80 something.
That's it. Throw them to the wolves.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and line up. I will be testing Alex for his Sandan today. As you guys may be aware,
We would go on to let Alex throw me for an hour and a half.
is a
And if you want to see the
special
uncut footage where we
because,
talk about the intricacies of each of these
up
throws,
until Sandan, technically, you
consider
don't have
becoming a
the
channel member down
sensei
below.
status.
It's $2.99 a month, and I always give you guys
You're
the
still
uncut
considered a
version of all
student.
these videos.
And I wanted to do this kind of big so that all of you could get a chance to see what kind of dedication, what kind of seriousness you need to put into your training, so that when you get to this rank, it feels like you've earned it. And when you work with him, I want you to push him to his limits. When I test people, my goal is to see people crawl off the mat once they're tested. Some of that comes from me, but most of that has to come from you guys when you're tested, because it depends on how much effort and energy you put into your testing, and that lets me know how much you care about what you're doing. As you guys know, I normally do 3 aspects of testing. There's the knowledge part, the second part is the demonstration part, and of course the last part is combat. I've known Alex since he was 15, 16, 17, so I know what he knows. So Alex, let me have you up with your partner. This test is a pretty extensive test. I'm going to call out throws and I want you to demonstrate them. So we're going to go at a pretty rapid pace. Okay? Alex, demonstrate Ogoshi. Osurigari. Yashi Hara. Uki Goshi. Tai Toshi into Keisugatami. Aaron escape Keisugatami. Mute. Ippon Seoinagi. Morote Seoinagi. O Uchigari. Sore Suri Kamagoshi. Suri Kamagoshi. Ko Uchigari. Seoi Otoshi. Ko Sotogari. Ko Sotogake. Harai Goshi. Uchimata. Tasai Surakomi Ashi. Hani Goshi. Puri Ashi Harai. Hiza Guruma. Tomoenagi. Tani Otoshi. Yoko Guruma. Kataguruma. Standing Kataguruma. Uranagi. Uki Otoshi. Ushiro Goshi.
Around the 15-minute mark of this demonstration, I assumed they would be close to being done.
Sumigaishi.
I was incorrect. This is also the point where a test becomes much more than physical or mental.
Morotegari.
Having to perform every technique is difficult.
Kani Basami.
Having to remember them is difficult. But when a certain level of fatigue sets in, you have to think to remember the technique and then your body has to execute it. If one thing goes wrong, you have to adjust, and your mental capacity kind of starts to bottom out. So you really have to know what you're doing without any question in your brain. And it seems like for Alex, that is the case. And after finishing the Shinmeisho no Waza, it was time for Katame Waza.
Aaron, lay on your back for me. I want you to demonstrate every pin that you know and name them.
Alex would have to show what he knows. A completely different style of demonstration. Because now, this isn't a question and answer anymore. You have to think about what you know, what you may have forgotten, what it looks like. And he's not just doing this for pins.
Demonstrate every armbar that you know and name them.
Tegatame. Jujigatame. Udegatame. Ashigatame. Wakigatame. Hanagatame. Hizagatame. Zankakugatame again.
All right, demonstrate every chokehold that you know and name them.
Nami Juji Jime. Kata Juji Jime. Gyaku Juji Jime. Hadaka Jime. Bukuri Eri Jime. Kataha Jime. Katate Jime. Ryote Jime. Tsukome Jime. Sore Guruma Jime. Sankaku Jime.
All right, Aaron, back on your feet. Demonstrate these combinations. Taitoshi into Tomoenagi. Uchigari into Taitoshi. Horaigoshi into Horaigoshi. Ogoshi into Ukigoshi. Pon Serenagi into O-Uchigari. Demonstrate your Tokui Waza. Demonstrate a combination of looks. Demonstrate 5 throws, each landing in a different thing. And last throw, Yoko Tomoenagi. Okay. Take a bow. Do you need a break before we start combat? Okay. Smith. Okay. I'll give you a second to rest. Time's up. Okay. Somebody get him. Take a moment to rest. When you guys come up here, you do him a disservice if you go easy on him. He's tired. He's not gonna be able to push as hard as you can push. But if you guys have sympathy, you're doing him a disservice, because by the time he finishes with this test, he's actually going to feel good that he made it through. But if you don't push him, if you're taking it easy on him, it doesn't feel the same. When you're issued a challenge and you get through that challenge, that's when your martial arts starts feeling good. Who's got him? What'd you make? Take. Who's got him? Alex, this is where you need to call upon that second win.
Sensei.
Straight. Take. Straight. Show of hands, who hasn't been up yet? Who has not been up yet?
The answer was quite a few people, but by no means was that going to be the answer by the time Alex was done. He would run through every other person in that room, 1 minute rounds each. He would have to show grit against those larger and control with those smaller. And he would have to do it with an entirely empty gas tank. Any variation of judo that could be done, Alex was going to have to try. Until eventually he would finally find his last round.
It's wild going that many rounds. It's exhausting.
He did great. Yeah, the last time he came, he threw me like 5 times in a row. I just got so lucky that he was so tired. I waited. I didn't want to get too embarrassed by him, but he did a phenomenal job.
Man, that was grueling. I'm a little afraid to take my test now for my black belt. But Alex is my sensei now, and he gave me all my belts. So man, like it was hard not to like almost tear up because we got closer.
All right, how'd he do?
Good.
Good. All right.
It's tough. I don't know. It was weird. I felt nervous going with him. I didn't want to. I don't want to go. I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I saw Nigel go, or I saw Sensei said something about, going hard and, to do the service. I was like, okay, we're part of the journey, so.
I think he was getting paid by the kiosk.
I think the most amazing thing I saw was at the very end, the last exchange. Caleb went in for sumigaishi over the head throw. Alex still cartwheeled out of it, which shows that he's up to that point and been giving enough to be that tired.
Yeah.
But he still has that drive to defend in a way that would land advantageously in a pin.
Yeah.
So once you get to where Alex is in judo, where he's testing for his sandan, his 3rd degree, it becomes less about just knowing every throw and having good technique, because that's a given. Once you're a black belt and a 2nd degree, you have that.
Yeah.
And it becomes more about your contribution to judo. And so Alex, he's got his own club. He's got 30 40 members that regularly show up. He's coached a couple people to medals at senior national championships. So a lot of what he's getting promoted for, which is entirely deserved, is what he's contributed to North Carolina Judo.
Do you think he passed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you think he passed?
Do I think he passed? Absolutely.
I hope so.
So what do you think? Do you think he passed? Oh, it's you. Oh, what's up? Hey, how do you feel? Do you think he passed?
I, of course, have some things that I think I could have done better.
Really?
But I think I did okay.
Yeah.
Everyone did nice, controlled beatings on me. I think it hurt.
Yeah, that's great.
So,
You had a bloody mouth. but
Oh, do I? Okay.
You did at one point. Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't know. When I said smile,
No, I didn't know.
you had a bloody.
Oh. I always think I could have done more in hindsight.
Sure.
But I'm proud that I kept going. That quote, that Japanese quote, fall 7 times, stand up 8 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You definitely fell down.
Oh yeah.
You got up every time though. You even
more than 7 times. Follow that foot sweep up, Audrey, with a
Make sure your uniforms are fixed. It's hard to express and explain. I know it sounds a little cheesy, but when you've been doing judo this long and you get an opportunity to see people grow up and stick with it and love it as much as you do. And I'm going to try not to get emotional in doing this. That's why I'm kind of drawing this out so I can hold that back. But Alex, come forward, please. I remember your early days when you first came in. And I remember days that you would come early to class to watch me teach so that you could learn how to teach. And to me, that was one of the most important and meaningful things that we talked about, because it showed me that you weren't just in it for yourself. You wanted to spread this thing that you enjoyed doing. So I knew that one day you would make a great teacher. And I don't just know it, like everybody knows it. And if everybody knows it, that speaks volumes. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I was going to bring a belt, a new belt to put on him, but I think it's more honorable for him to keep the belt that he's been wearing, because that shows his dedication and his history and what he's been doing. There were national tournaments. We would drive to Florida. We would drive to Ohio. We would drive to where? Dallas. New York. All kinds of places. So his journey wasn't an easy one. He emerged a fine judoka, and I couldn't be more proud and more honored to promote you to Sandan. Congratulations. All right, turn around and bow in your new rank. Kyosuke! Right?